We have two experiences from our field, and we'd like to interview two of our sisters. We have Sister Gabriella Chan and Sister Jillian Mangiala. Both are from the La Costa congregation. Now, friends, let's see what lessons learned we can take away as they are interviewed for their experiences. First, we have Sister Gabriella Chan. And Sister Chan's experience occurred while she was in school. Okay? So, Sister Chan, how did you set up the opportunity to witness to a classmate?
Well, one day a schoolmate came up to me and asked me how my weekend went. That's a pretty common question for people my age to talk about. But I felt like I wanted to turn it into a spiritual conversation. Excuse me. So, knowing that he wouldn't know witness vernacular, I said, well, Friday I went out to eat with some friends, and Saturday I had a really interesting personal study. And then I just lingered on the words personal study.
Okay, so what was his response when you lingered on those two words, personal study?
Well, of course, then he asked, what is personal study? So I casually explained that I have the unique hobby of reading the Bible, and I found so many interesting things in the Bible that most people just don't know about.
But Sister Chan, I have to ask you this. Were you not afraid of being either ridiculed or mocked for being a Bible reader by your classmate?
Well, no, I wasn't. My parents have worked very hard to instill the understanding in my sisters and in me the understanding that it's very important to be courageous for Jehovah. He gives us everything, and the least we can do is be courageous for him, especially when we're at school.
So then, what was your classmate's reaction after you told him that you enjoyed Bible reading and found many interesting facts?
Well, that seemed to spark a little bit of interest. So he asked, well, what kind of things do you know about the Bible? And I kind of took that as, well, what do you know that I don't? So I told him. I said, well, take hellfire, for instance. Most people are taught that hell is a place of fiery torment. But Romans 6:23 says that the wages sin pays is death. So technically when we die, we already pay for the sins we've made. And really, would a God described in the Bible as love send his children to a place of torment for eternity? It doesn't make sense. Well, in my personal study, I found Ecclesiastes 9:5 and 6, which says that the dead are conscious of nothing at all. So the myth that hell is a place of fiery furnace, that's busted.
Okay, very good. Now, what was his, did this pique his interest even more?
It really did. In fact, he was so awestruck that I could explain such a complicated topic that he asked what else I know about the Bible. So I explained that I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and that we as Jehovah's Witnesses read the Bible and take those Bible principles and apply them in our lives. And soon we were covering many other topics, like God's name, the holidays, and even blood transfusions.
Now, Sister Chan, which new tools we use for reaching interested ones were you able to share with him?
I was especially excited to be able to share with him the new Bible that we got at our annual meeting. And I also showed him the JW Library application, and he was extremely impressed that at the time it was the #1 most downloaded application in the Apple Store at that time. Not only did that show that we as Jehovah's people are truly united, it also showed how many out in the world are really hungering for spiritual truth. So next I'll share with him some new features on the JW website, and hopefully I'll also be able to place the Bible Teach Book with him.
Okay, thank you for your experience, Sister Chan. Very nice.